Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in. And I want to thank all the people that's coming in here in the comment sections and all the new subscribers. We just broke 18.2. Oh my goodness, and seems like we're kind of holding that. I've been up and down on the sub list, and it's neat to see the channel kind of grow a little bit, being the fact that once you get kind of shadow banned and demonetized and it strikes and brought back, it's an uphill climb, guys. The algorithm really beats on you hard. So all you guys out there that are remembered to actually come in here and click and check the videos because a lot of the notifications are turned off. That's great, man. It's an honor. It's an honor, and it's very. I'm filled with pride and joy because of the fact to know that people are out there that really care. They want to see what's going on out there in the tube land and how we're going to change this narrative on the internet. I really like it, guys. It's awesome. Well, this is going to be a really short little piece I want to put together right quick. Kind of hits home, being the fact I live in North Carolina. And I know a lot about the counties. I've been all around North Carolina, mostly, all over the place, working different counties. I was an electrician, and we used to go commercial buildings and do big wiring pools and put in a lot of big panels. I did some work for some assisted home facilities that were government facilitated, and I could tell you some stories about some co-ed places like that when they've got like special needs people in co-ed homes. Oh my gosh, you'd be some crazy things. Well, anyhow, I'm a little off subject what we're talking about because this has to do with somebody kind of like somehow or another something happened to our power grid. I can't say what, but I want to say it was 3 letters and possibly some kind of agency that could be possibly owned by possibly the government. Possibly, because it seems awful strange. I'm gonna get to the article right quick here. Get out of the way. Here we go. And this only goes back's kind of what I've been saying and stuff. That FBI investigating at least 5 electricity substations. There were attacks in Washington, Oregon. Is similar. That is similar to, like in what happened in North Carolina, according to this article here. I'm gonna do a kerosene Paris. In light of recent assaults on power substations in the South and on the West Coast, authorities looking into an increasing number of reported threats to power infrastructure. Weird techniques is what's being thrown into the mix here. The Gateway pundit previously reported that a massive power outage in North Carolina was caused by 2 substations being damaged by a gunfire last week, according to the Moore County Sheriff's Office. I don't know what's going on with these pictures here, but they're always there. Over 40,000 people left without power. Mike Cameron of Southern Pines, his fire and rescue department, told CNN that a gate of one of the locations was taken off hinges. And Duke Energy spokesperson says that WR crews are experiencing multiple equipment failures at substations. And what ended up happening was there were a lot of the equipment that was damaged was very hard to find parts. Somebody knew that was going to be a thing to get those specific parts. I'll get this right in a minute. So, according to the recent reports, FBI investigating similar attacks in Washington and Oregon in November. Washington and Oregon. So, the Seattle Times reported that a Puget Sound Energy, the Cowlitz Public Utility District, and Bonneville Power Administration have all said that they are cooperating with the federal investigation into the attacks. However, the FBI has declined to confirm that it is conducting such an investigation. I know, right? They won't even tell you that they're actually doing this, which is, I could say that that's normal because any investigation of high profile, they want to try to keep that to the down low. But we just know that when it comes to the FBI are really sketchy as to who, are you going to find legitimate help here? The attacks on the substations have been known to be using hand tools, firearms, metal chains, and in response to an online call for attacks in critical infrastructure. And these online calls are coming from left-wing organizations, not what you're being reported on mainstream media. That's not right-wing people doing that. It's not. We don't operate on those levels. Shooting equipment from a distance or throwing objects over the fence. So like these people are just doing, just somewhat archaic things, it seems to be. But I don't know. I'm not really sure how accurate the reporting is on the methods of damage to the equipment are, because you like when the article says using chains and all that stuff, I could see somebody like balling up a section of chain and throwing it over the wires to short those out. But dude, I'm gonna tell you, I deal with all kind of stuff like that when it comes to loading vehicles and equipment and all that. And a small section of chain is pretty heavy, and it's really hard to direct it in one direction. So, and I mean, to get that thing to stretch out and lay over line, you'd have to have a big chunk of chain. And I'm going to tell you something. Grab a 6-foot chain and ball it up and see how far you can throw that. Just swing it around and try to let it go and see how far it can go. It doesn't go very far. It's not, that's, some of the methods of reporting on how these things are being damaged is a little sketchy to me. I mean, I could see possible, long-range gunfire or something like that being a factor, but you'd really, really have to know what area to get into to make that happen. But it's a strange turn of events because we noticed that it seems to be ramping up. This all kind of originated on the West Coast and headed this way. And it's like kind of goes hand in hand with some of the, let's not forget about our food processing plants that were being damaged. Ironically, like with small aircraft and very little information as to what was going on. That's pretty strange. So anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching this short little article, and it's just showing you that what I see in this, what's going on is that means that we obviously are doing more than what we think so far as trying to change this narrative, because otherwise this lefty organization wouldn't be so adamant in making sure they keep the pushback on us, because if they thought they had this in the bag, then we would be sort of lulled. This would be all big. What's happening now is a move of force. We're seeing it. They don't want it to go down like that. They don't want us to be forced into this. They want us to sign up for it. And they see us waking up. And they have to do something to keep this narrative, to make it look like it's like the good side is the bad side and the bad side is the good side. Basically is what we're looking at here. It's true inversion, guys. True inversion. So if you're new to this channel and watching these videos for the first time, thank you so much. It's a really great honor to have you as a new subscriber and somebody that's interested in trying to help see what's going on. At least, waking up and going, things aren't right out here, guys. But guess what? There's better times and better things to come. We are going to be looking at some great times in the near future, I think. I think that we got this. So just hang in there and don't be so worried, and keep spreading this word, keep spreading this content, and just don't mind my camera getting bright and dim. It just does that. Anyways, thank you. Lots of love. I'm out.